And this is not a good day for Shannon Beador. It actually is probably going to be a low point. We got to talk about it. Shannon has been arrested. Like the videos, the intro plays, because we have a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's all. 1 and 1 got to equal 2.
Make it make sense. Hey,
Yeah,
I love that. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, boo.
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
I see you done made your way back over here on my page, looking and lurking. Yes, I know it's exhausting. She's still doing the same thing. She's still all that.
Still all that. Welcome, lurkers and all.
Okay, so right off the bat, Jamie says, is anybody surprised? No, unfortunately, we're not surprised because alcohol in Orange County has been a thing. It's like always the last member of the crew holding the orange. They drink a lot on that show. So let's start off right off the bat. Shannon Beador arrested for DUI, hit and run, struck house in Newport Beach. So you're not only endangering people's lives and vehicles and everything else, you hit somebody's home. That is, she's gonna have to take a hard look at that. And then we'll get into Shannon specifically, people telling her all the time about her drinking, and she kind of plays it off. So it says RHOC star Shannon Beador arrested for DUI, hit and run, and struck house in Newport Beach. Shannon Beador's tough year just got a little rougher. The reality star got busted for drinking drunk this weekend in SoCal. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the Real Housewives of Orange County star drove her car onto a residential property in Newport Beach Saturday night and actually clipped the house. We're told Beador then turned back onto the road and kept going before parking her vehicle in the middle of a street and getting out with her dog. You hit somebody's house and drove away? What? Let's continue. Well, at least Archie was safe. At least Archie wasn't. I mean, she probably has like one of those things where you have like a dog carrier, so, but not cool. Our sources say she tried to act like she was taking a walk when police arrived after receiving a 911 call. What? We're told she wasn't fooling anyone as she appeared wasted and was taken into custody. Cops also seized Beador's car as part of their investigation into the damage of the home. Can you imagine seeing somebody hit somebody's house, drive away really, really quickly, and then try to make it seem like they were parked and they did not know what was going on? Was she trying to pretend like she was walking the dog? That's crazy. What's up, everybody? Like the video, we got like almost 300 people in the house. A rep for Newport Beach PD says Beador was booked for 2 misdemeanors, hit and run, and DUI alcohol. She was cited and released without bond. Sources with direct knowledge tell us she was not filming with Bravo before the arrest, as the show is not currently in production. They just filmed their reunion. It's been a bumpy ride for Beador lately. In January, she publicly discussed her painful split with her boyfriend of 3.5 years, John Jensen. Beador told People she was blindsided by Jensen breaking up with her in November 2022, weeks after they had wrapped filming for season 17. She reportedly said, "He told me he was done with the relationship, and to hear what he said to me then was absolutely devastating. We reached out to Shannon Beador, no word back." Now, guys, Shannon, in terms of OC, I know I don't review the show, but I have watched OC since season 1. We are known to see Tres Amigas getting sloppy. We are known to see Vicky freak out. Shannon has had some of the best freakouts on television.
My plate, you f***ing bitch! Yeah. That's not my f***ing plate!
It's not her effing plate. But we've also seen them time and time again drink.
Squeeze my lime. I didn't squeeze it. You are not going to say no. That's not Tamara. I'm over here.
That's what they're known for. I think there's a difference between having fun, on camera, letting loose, but there's a whole, you can afford to take an Uber. That's the problem. You can afford to take an Uber. There's no reason why you had to endanger people and drink and drive. Yeah, you're allowed to get sloppy, but call an Uber. She was with that user for 3.5 years. Seems to be, the running theme on that show. They all date losers. Yes, Scorpio Bell, they do sometimes use the restroom. Thank you so much for the super chat. They let Shannon off easy with 2 misdemeanors. Of course. Like, look who. Shannon is worth a lot of money, allegedly. So you can usually buy your way out of anything. I want to show you guys this interview, or let you at least listen to this interview that she was given with Vicky a couple days ago. And I feel like it's giving us some insight into what's going on with her. So I don't want to. Shout out to New York Live. If you want to watch the full interview, you can always check that out. It's always important to cite your sources. And they got the interview. So we have over 350 people in the chat. Definitely hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel. Thank you.
Reunion, so I can say at least it's over. But
how are things going right now?
well, we just finished our reunion, so I can say at least it's over. But it was a tough season for me, but I got through it. So
Yeah, I mean, so how was the reunion for everybody? I mean, did things get settled? You weren't there, Vicky.
Invited.
Probably best. Because I feel like that's the most stressful of the whole season.
So this is just 4 days ago. This was live. She's saying that the reunion was very, very stressful for her. And if you watch the show, one of the running themes on that show is people telling her, you're doing too much as it pertains to your alcohol.
It's a tough day.
it is. And you know what? I feel like I have a few other years. Like you feel like you're okay with people, but then you never know.
And then you get to the reunion and it's like the knives come out and you're not sure what you're going to expect. But Vicky, being the OG of the OC, what's your take on this season?
Well, I feel bad for Shannon because I know Shannon personally. We're friends personally. And so when I see people coming after her about this drinking thing and excess and all this other stuff, it's ridiculous. I mean,
Is it? Miss Nikki Nell says she should have sought out intense therapy after divorce. I don't think she's recovered from that. A few failed relationships, arguing about meaningless things, and now a DUI. Get help, Shannon. Again, these people are paid for their bad behavior. So, falling, tumbling, drunk, in bushes, things like that. That's normal for the housewives, but it's just the fact that you can afford an Uber. You could definitely afford an Uber. And here's Vicky saying she feels bad for her because about the drinking thing. Did y'all hear that?
What's your take on this season?
well, I feel bad for Shannon because I know Shannon personally. We're friends personally. And so when I see people coming after her about this drinking thing and excess and all this other stuff, it's ridiculous. I mean, she is a
Is it ridiculous?
control drinker. She does have fun sometimes. She might have a little bit one too many, but it's not like an issue. It's not a problem. So I get upset about that.
Yeah.
As a friend, I want to protect her.
This did not age well. It did not age well at all. And again,
What's your take on this season?
Well, I feel bad for Shannon because I know Shannon personally. We're friends personally. And so when I see people coming after her about this drinking thing and excess and all this other stuff, it's ridiculous. I mean, she is a control drinker. She does have fun sometimes. She might have a little bit one too many, but it's not like an issue. It's not a problem. So I get upset about that.
Yeah.
As a friend, I want to protect her.
You want to defend her and everything. Yeah. Well, Shannon, the Tres Amigas, I mean,
that did not age well at all. Vicky is an enabler. Right. Again, I feel if it's a situation where she actually has a problem with alcohol, it's an addiction. I don't know that Shannon has an addiction, but what I can tell you is it was Shannon in that car last night in that DUI. and hitting somebody's car. If you're just coming in, we found out that Shannon not only drove drunk, she ran into somebody's house, kept driving, got out of her car, and tried to pretend like she was just taking a walk. Yes, I'm glad that the dog was okay. I'm glad that the dog was okay. But these behaviors are gonna have to, I think that maybe we're part of the problem because it's funny, we laugh, and then they go over the top. But Shannon, you got to do better. You definitely have to do better. And if this is a situation where you might have an addiction, definitely go and find out if it's reached that level. There should never be a time where you feel it's okay to drive inebriated, especially if you have the money. No one got hurt. The dog was in the car. She took the dog out of the car. I'm praying for her and her family regardless. Yeah. Is there video of it? No, there's no video of it. But TMZ got the story and all of her charges in the background. TMZ is the police, allegedly. They have resources. I don't feel bad. Yeah. Get an Uber. Get an Uber if you don't feel like you're able to. If you are going to drink, and you definitely have drank in excess, and you have the money to actually just get an Uber, it just seems so simple to me, honestly. But we'll see, because I'm sure she'll put out a statement. I'll let you guys know the updates. I just wanted to bring you the story. Did they release her blood alcohol level yet? Because how drunk do you have to be to hit a house that you weren't attempting to park at? No, they have not released the drug alcohol level, but I definitely will keep you guys posted. No, I'm looking again right now. I'm going to do a quick search and see if anybody else has the blood alcohol level. No. So basically everybody is utilizing TMZ's resources. Nobody has released how inebriated she was. But if you remember, she's not the first one. Gina also had a DUI. She's on the show a few years back, like I think maybe her first season, and they really gave her hell over that. So it's interesting now that we'll see how people react to Shannon also having the same issue. Anyway, we have almost 500 people in chat. Definitely hit that like button. This was a quick one. Let's just say I'm out of town right now, and I guess it's a surprise. So tomorrow I will go live on my Instagram, make it make sense, to kind of let you guys know why I'm out of town. It's a really cool thing. You will definitely be shocked. It involves a Bravo celebrity and a real celebrity. So maybe I'll go live with them. I don't know, but I'll definitely go live tomorrow night from Instagram, and you guys can kind of have like a front row seat with me. Well, I'll leave it at that, but I guarantee you'll be very, very excited. Make it make sense now on Instagram. You will want to subscribe. It is definitely a real celebrity and a Bravo celebrity that I will be meeting tomorrow. So I will keep you guys posted. Have a good one. And I might come back a little bit later with Pam Esquire to talk a little bit about Miss Strawberry, but see you later.